Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be doing our Coventry City vs Sheffield United preview. It's going to be a mad one. It's a tough game. It's a very tough game. You know, Sheffield United are a strong team, strong outfit. They've got some key players, Billy Sharp, and likes of those players. But it's going to be a tough game. Playoffs is done. We're not getting playoffs. We're 6 points off it. This mid-table is our talk now, and we've come to accept it. We're Coventry City. A few years ago we were in League 2. We're not at that stage yet into the Premier League, but no, this game of Sheffield United, it's massive. We do not want Sheffield United to get the win. We want to stop Sheffield United having a chance of playoffs. We just want to ruin their hopes. So you know, a win is possible, but you know, we've got the big players back just a little bit too late for playoff push, but we're looking all right. We're looking fine. Form, we're not looking the greatest. And we've got a few tough games. We've got loads of big games coming up, so maybe if we go on a run, then we could get playoffs. But this game against Sheffield United is key. They're a strong team. They're well organised. They're big. We've got their manager, who I forgot his name, but he's brilliant. They've just beaten Middlesbrough 4-1. It's mad. I predicted that on my thumbnail, but I didn't predict that in the game in the predictions. I predicted that in my thumbnail. Yeah, 4-1 Sheffield United. It was a massive win. It was a big win against another playoff team, which has put them in a very good position. Sheffield United. We'll get to the table part, but Sheffield United are 5th. They're in the playoffs. Like, that's how mad it is. They're in the playoffs. Sheffield United are in the playoffs. They're a strong team. Strong team. We've got to watch out. Like some Billy Sharp. We've got a few other really good players. McBurney's decent. Goldbridge is decent. And they've got some big players. And they are a lower Prem, higher Championship team, and they had a poor start to the season, but now they've really shown what they can do. They've really shown the passion, the fight, and the determination to win games. And that's what we had at the start of the season, and they didn't. And now it's turned around. We're losing games left, right, and centre. But you know, form not looking great. But if we just talk about Sheffield United, they look such a strong side. If we get a point out of this game, I'll be absolutely buzzing, because it's a strong team. And my friend Alex Underwood supports Sheffield United, and he's going. I can't go because I've got something planned, but he's going. He's in the Sheffield United away end. I'll put he's got like a. Yeah, he's going to Sheffield United away end. He's a Sheffield United fan. Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. He's going to the game. He's saying that he's going to send a screenshot of a win. Oh, mate, you don't see what Matt God and Jokeres can do now, joking. Like, you'll see at the end of my, well, you saw in the yesterday's prediction. Sheffield United to win. Which, yeah, you'll see my score predictions today as well. But Sheffield United, strong team, strong candidate. Playoff is in their hands. They were winning games left, right, centre. Very strong team, and very strong team. And if we get a result out of this game, that's brilliant. But I just don't see us getting a result. You know, Luton game was massive. We had to win it to get playoffs, and we lost it. We're losing key games we should win. But at the end of the day, not bad result against Luton. But yeah, Sheffield United, strong team. They have to watch out. Sheffield United are a very strong team. Coventry's on the other hand, we look good until we haven't looked good, and it's a shame because start of the season, if we just had a little bit more momentum going in, you know, we could go on these losing streaks, playing well and losing games. And I think we'll be in playoffs right now. We'll be definitely there and thereabouts in the playoffs, but now we're slipping. And it was what I expected. I didn't expect us to stay anywhere near playoffs at all in the slightest. but at the moment we just look poor, lethargic, tired. Key players missing. They're back now, so we can't have that big play excuse anymore. Just gotta go out there and show what we've got. We played relatively well against Luton. But moving on to the first part of this video, which is our last game, and let's talk about Coventry City Luton, because I didn't really talk about it in my review because I didn't have time, so I just did a short video. But it was a half decent. I said in my review, I said a short video, and I said we were solid against a good side, and a 1-0 loss from a literal goal kick, and we just didn't defend it well, and they did a goal kick, booted it up, and our defenders or DMs just couldn't defend it, and it just scored. Score from a goal kick, basically. Just a one punt. Striker Adebayo just ran, scored. This was frustrating. We had a few chances. Jokeres had a good chance. Callum came off the bench, had a good chance. And it's not like we played well again. But it's a recurring thing. We play badly and win, or we play we play good and lose. Like we can't. Sometimes there's like we play badly and we lose, and there's some occasions where we play really well and win. But it's too common. It's too common. I get that you play bad, you lose. If you play bad, you do lose. But when we play well and we win and we lose, it's just unfair. We just need to be clinical. It is hard, I understand, but we just gotta take our chances. Work on our shooting a bit more. Work on just work on everything a little bit more. Like, Jokeres, he's a good striker, but he needs to finish those chances. Matt Godden's back now. He can finally take his chance. We can finally get some goals and take our chances. Callum needs to take his chances. And it's a frustrating thing, a recurring thing, taking our chances. We just can't do. We can't take our chances. And it's frustrating because we know how to win games, but we just can't take our chances. Again. And then there's an odd occasion when we beat Peterborough 4-1, then we beat Reading 3-2, we score some goals. But yeah, moving on to the form table, and let's look at the form. And we don't look too good. We're currently sitting 14th in the form table, 7 points. Sheffield United currently sit 5th with 10 points. So not too far away from Sheffield United in the form table, but oh man, 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss in the last 5. Our one is 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw. Not too bad. But those 2 losses in a row. Swansea and Luton. We're on a bit of a bad run. 2 losses in a row. Possibly 3 losses in a row. Not looking great. Definitely not looking great. But, we've got to just take form aside, which we usually do, and we'll try and win this game. It's the biggest thing we can do. Just try and win this game. Try and get this game done. And really show what we're made of. Really show our clinicalness. And hopefully, we're clinical and we get chances. And Jokeres and Matt Gordon are banging in the goals. Having a good day. We'll beat Sheffield United because we create that many chances. We create 7, 8 chances a game. We take 1 or 2 of them, which we can because we make, it's not even half chances, we make full on chances, and just poor finishing. If we just finish them, which it's definitely easier said than done, but if we just take our time and pick a corner or whatever, I don't care, just score. Because we have chances where we should score, but we miss because we fluff our lines, and it's a frustrating occurrence. And it hasn't just happened once or twice. It happens quite regularly in a game. I'll watch the highlights because I can't watch it anywhere on any website. So I watch the highlights, and all I can see is just chances after chances. And all I see on their highlights on our YouTube channel, Coventry City. All I see is their goal because they scored, because they're clinical, and all I see is just chance. Gyökeres miss, another chance, and another chance. We're missing chances, and they're not even half, they're full chances. They're big ones, and we keep missing them. But yeah, moving on to our last meeting, and it was a goalless draw. Sheffield United 0, Coventry City 0, and this was on TV, Bramwell Lane. Pretty boring game, if I'm honest. It was definitely not one for the cameras, so I don't know why they put that on the TV. It was pretty boring. There was nothing really much. It was 20th of November, 13 shots to our 9, 2 on target to our 4. They had more possession, more passes, more pass accuracy, less fouls, more yellow cards, drawing red cards. We had more offsides, we had more corners, but it was a pretty nothing game, a few chances here and there. It was just a pretty pointless game. There wasn't really much to say. We didn't look good. They didn't look good. What can we say? When both teams don't look good, what can we say? It's a pretty nothing game. And that's the problem. If we took a chance there, to be fair, 9 shots and 4 on target. That's a pretty good record to be having, compared to their 13-2. But we just take one chance, because I knew we had one chance in there. We had a chance where we should have scored. We should have won. We could have won that game. That's a game where it's such a tough game to predict. But yeah, moving on to the table, and something like this. But yeah, they sit 5th, we sit 11th. We're 6 points off them, so they're 6 points off us. So in the table, they're way off. As you can tell, they've got 10 points in the last 5 games. We had 7 points in the last 5 games, but at the end of the day, it was we slipped away. And top half the table is what we're looking at. So from 12th onwards is where we're looking at. But we finished 11th or 10th, and that's a really good season. Maybe that's a poor season, but that season we only just survived. We survived because we had we had a run of 4 games where we just won, and we just got out of it. We got 16th comfortably, but trust me, it was not comfortable. And it was not that great, was it? That season was a really good season for us. Staying in the championship was our main goal. We stayed in the championship. And the season was a push onwards, and what have we done? Pushed onwards. We can't complain. Championship is way out, Premier League Championship playoffs is way out of our pocket. We get in the playoffs is a good achievement, but we will lose in the semi-finals. I'm not gonna lie, we probably will. But at the end of the day, that's scenario. We go to the Premier League, then just get relegated again. That affects the players a little bit. Relegation is something nice. Even though it's from the Premier League, it's still relegation does affect you, and yeah. Alright, moving on to who's out, and it's the usual candidates: Josh Heckles, Liam Kelly, and Jordan Shipley. The poor lads who had to suffer and get put out of here. But at the end of the day, we pretty much got a full strength team, and I'm going for full strength lineup. But those 3 players they are key, but especially Jordan Shipley. But they're injured at the end of the day, and we can't do much about that. We can't do much about. We just have to get the lineup and just win the game from the lineup, which is a strong lineup. I'm not gonna lie. One of the strongest we've had in a while. But yeah, should we get into my lineup predictions? In goal, Simon Moore. The centre backs: Clark Salter, Rose, and Hyam. Right wing back: Todd Kane. Centre mid: Ben Sheaf and Hamer, the brilliant partnership. Left wing back: Ian Matson. The 2 cams: Callum O'Hare and Matt Godden. He played cam against Luton, so I think he can play Cam here. And then up front, of course, the big boy Gyökeres. We started to play Wycorn. He doesn't bang in any goals. Like, he's a bit of a miss. You know, he was great at Derby. You can say that, but still, you want a key player. You want a big player into your team. And Wycorn just doesn't score. He just doesn't, and it's hard to say, but it's not a waste of money. But yeah, but look at this. Heyman, Sheaf, that partnership's dirty. You know, Moore's a good goalie. The centre backs are brilliant. The right wing back to Kane is class. I watched him against Barnsley. He was good. One player who sadly misses out is Allen. I usually put him in Cam, but Gordon's back, and I think Gordon will play. But yeah, moving on to my score predictions, and as you tell, I said Coventry City 1, Sheffield United 2. Yeah, you know, you can't be optimistic. You have to be realistic, and that's my motto. You can't be optimistic. You have to be realistic. But it's a tough. It's going to be a tough game, of course. And I just can't predict Sheffield. I can't predict Coventry to win. You know, you just get that prediction and you just don't see Coventry City win. And if they get a point, I'll be thrilled. If they get a win, I don't even know what I'll be probably crying, aren't I? But if we lose, then I won't be a bit. Well, I'll be a bit upset, but like still, like it's at the end of the world. This is pretty much a lower league Premier League side, Sheffield United. We can't. If we don't win these, then it's all right. And they're probably going to get playoffs, possibly Prem from the playoffs. So we can't be too down on ourselves. But yeah, that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Sky Blues, go marching on. See ya.